Hello, everybody. Welcome to the FranNet Lunch and Learn presentation today. We'll get started in just another minute or two. We've got people that are still logging in, and we'll get started here shortly. Thank you for joining us. I've got 12 o'clock straight up noon. Let's give it one more minute, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, let's go ahead and get started with today's Lunch and Learn presentation hosted by FranNet. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. There's going to be a short discussion. We should get done in about 25 minutes or so. So all of the calls are going to be on mute. And if you have any questions, hold on to them and I'll give you some ideas on how you can get those answered afterwards. My name is Craig Wells, and I'm happy to be your host today. For the last about 35 years, I've been a franchisee, a franchisor, and an owner of several different small businesses. To introduce you to FranNet, we are a franchise consulting company. We've been in business for a little over 32 years, and we're really excited about today's opportunity. Here's some of the reasons why we really like this business. A lot of people are really looking for a way to build some type of a nest egg business on the side. This is one that fits that bill very easily. It's a business that it's not just a single item that or product or service. It's got multiple items. It's got a repeat customer aspect to it, which is really nice. Recession resistance, one of those terms that we use all the time. There's no business out there that's recession proof, but having something that stays and works well even when the economy is in the middle of a downturn is a good thing. So this is in a huge industry, and one of the things that's really exciting about it is the service is actually moving in the direction from being a want to a need. So also, hey, in the areas where you're located, their territory availability is all over the place. The business has been around for many years, and they're just starting to expand in their franchise operation. So it's a great business. And without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over to Danielle Wright-Kimball, who represents the company, and she's going to give you a really good idea of what the business is all about. Danielle? Danielle, hello? I show that you're self-muted on there. Can you unmute yourself?
There we go. Fantastic.
All right. Now we can hear you.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Mr. Wells. Thank you, FranNet. Thank you, attendees, for giving us the opportunity to introduce you to Idolize Brows and Beauty. We are excited to share a little bit more with you about our franchise opportunity and what a great way to set us up for this presentation. So I'm hopefully going to be able to, it's not letting me click a slide. So there we go. What is Idolize Brows and Beauty? So we are a luxury beauty bar, specializing in walk-in services for facial beauty. So what that means to you is we provide threading services for hair removal on your face. We provide full body waxing and facial hair removal as well. So think European wax, think lash extensions, think eyebrow tinting, microblading, facials, chemical peels, anything that is beauty centric to your face or body for hair removal processes is what Idolize specializes in. We're a high traffic business model. And what does that mean to you? That our franchise owners are gaining customers at about 2,000 to 2,500 clips a month. So we have a strong customer base that's looking for that walk-in, quick, gotta have service to maintain their facial beauty. We've created a great and fun environment for self-care and confidence. If you look at the picture here to the left, we've got great bold golds and pinks and crisp, clean white lines so that you're getting a very hygienic feel, but also an amazing luxury experience to come in and get those beauty treatments. Next slide is, there we go. Now, our mission as a franchise is to serve our clientele through each of the Idolize Beauty brows and spas. So we have a commitment to consistency for our professional environment. We are a core values-based business. We want all of our franchise owners and locations to be really focused on providing passion, excellence, teamwork, integrity, staying true to communicating with the franchisor and your guests, providing excellent quality, and be positive. We want everyone to have a great experience when they come into an Idolize location. Now, Idolize has been open and operating for about 10 years. It was started by Mo Pandoria, our CEO and founder. He has a long-standing history in business, from an engineering background to being a franchisee of a Quiznos during the hot time of Quiznos development. He sold that location, moved back to the States, and he started Idolize Brows and Beauty, funny enough, for a girl. He was dating someone over in the UK, wanted her to come and get married and live with him in the States, and she wasn't really sure what she wanted to do. And he's like, anything that you can think of, we can make that happen. So he was working a job 50, 60 hours a week, started Idolize Brows and Beauty as a kiosk in a mall to gain this girl. Girl never came, and 10 years later he's married, has a 4-year-old son and 6 corporate locations. He was able to start this business while keeping his full-time job, and that's key to think about as you're considering Idolize as a potential franchise business for yourself. Now, as was stated, we are in a $60 billion a year industry. Personal care products and services is not going down. The millennial generation adores us. We're flexible with our spend, so you're going to see price points as low as $12 and price points as high as $100 or $200 for those lash extensions. So we're really making sure there's a menu versatility to be able to grab at those $60 billion that are being spent in the market by our core customers. Next slide. Some competitive advantages to think about while one says, oh, the beauty segment, it's probably really saturated. It is in specialized services, one would say, right? Like if I'm just going to go get lash extensions at one place, or I'm going to go get waxing done at another place, we are an all-in-one stop shop so that our guests and our customers do not have to drive all over, which in your market is super important. I can go into one place and get everything done that I need to get done in one fell swoop. So there's no appointments for threading and waxing. Those are walk-in services, so you don't have to worry about cancellations and no-shows. Facials are scheduled, but we can do those on demand as well. So if you walked into an Idolize today and said, I needed a facial, we could accommodate that at our spas. Our range of demographic is really a competitive advantage here. We're dealing with customers from 14 to 70, both men and women, and surprisingly enough, the percentage of men has actually increased over the last few years. So we went from about 5% of business being male dominated to about 10% of business being male dominated. So we are a reoccurring business that offers packages, not memberships. So you're not going to have to do that heavy sale at the end of a transaction to get someone to join the membership-based model. Our layout is set up strategically for growth because beauty trends change, and we want to be able to roll in additional revenue services to our business model. Say, for instance, or makeup application, or the future we're looking at doing laser hair treatment removals and some injectables as well. So we want to be able to have a space that's about 1,100 square feet to support the growth of the franchise. Now, this is the look at an actual idolized location. It is in an enclosed mall. The majority of our locations are not in shopping malls. They are in plazas, lifestyle centers, large faceted complexes where there may be residential and commercial all mixed into a multi-use project. You're going to look for some high traffic and accessibility. What I like to tell people to consider is anywhere where there might be boutique fitness, like an Orange Theory or a Pure Barre or a Pilates studio, child care opportunities like the We Bake shops and the painting of pottery and what have you. Those are ideal co-tenant opportunities for an idolized Brows and Beauty. We're running about 900 to 1,200 square feet in space. 1,100 is really ideal. That gives us this area here in the front that has chairs open for threading and waxing, and then private to semi-private treatment rooms in the back for facials, full body waxing, and additional beauty treatments. Your team is going to be about 1 to 3 team members to start. One of your team members will, 1 to 2 of them will be versatile, as in they'll take on different roles in the business outside of providing treatment services. They also will run the day-to-day. That's how we're that semi-passive opportunity. You'll have a threading specialist and then an esthetician who can also do the lash extensions. As you grow the business, our location that's been open for 10 years has about 9 people on the payroll and has a receptionist to be able to funnel the calls and requests for services and appointments. Now, the role of a franchise owner in Idolize, the majority of our 9 owners are what we call semi-absentee. They're managing the team, they're working their job, they're putting about 10 to 15 hours a week into the business, kind of being that visionary for growth, marketing, and culture. And then there are 1 or 2 owners that actually spend the majority of their time in the business. They're not providing services per se, but they are the face of their operation, really working closely with their team. Now, initial support is probably the most important piece of a franchise business model. When they say business in a box, this is where that box comes in. So for us, we offer site selection support in most of our markets with CBRE. We will kind of assess whether or not that's the best opportunity for you as the franchise owner to find the best possible location. We work with FC Datsun on a project management support side so that they can help you find your contractor and build out your spa. Lease negotiations are going to occur with CBRE and the help of our corporate staff. Same with construction support, procurement, making sure you're ordering all the products that you need and all of the materials that you need to own and operate and continue to grow your spas. We even help with staff recruitment. So some may be concerned about the threaders and the estheticians to bring in there. Mo, our founder, actually spends a great deal of time helping you locate that staff. We'll help you kind of through the interview process, but at the end of the day, you decide who will join your team, but you're going to have handheld support through all of that. Training is a 1 week in Charlotte, and then we do 1 week in your location with your staff. I'm teaching them how to run the day-to-day of the business. We have marketing support and grand opening support that we will provide you as well. Some economics about an idolized Brows and Beauty is that our average gross sales, those top line numbers after any discounts, are about $350,000 a year. By year 2, our franchise owners in our corporate locations, after your expenses and royalties, are netting $125,000 or more in their spas. So we're seeing an average net profitability of about 43% in our location. So really think low labor, middle of the road revenues, but really top line profitability. great piece to take away from today is that it really doesn't take a lot to get into an Idolize Brows and Beauty. Our initial franchise fee is $45,000, so that's to open one location. What you're going to see on the low would be an addition if you were to open a second or third location because of the discount of the franchise fee. Obviously, you're not going to spend as much in a lot of those processes to open a second or third location. On the average, the 251's a little high. What we're seeing today, we currently have a location under development in Texas, and we've just awarded a location in Orange County, California. So we're seeing about 225 all in expenses for your franchise fee, getting your real estate secured, construction, and then working capital to run that day to day of the business. Now you'll see here the fee structures. We are a 6% royalty. That royalty is a minimum royalty for the first 3 months. So we're really taking about $250 in royalties for the first 3 months so that you can really gauge your working capital and making sure that your business is profitable from day one. Brand fund is about 1%. And then local advertising, you're going to spend about $500 yourself in your market to advertise your business. This is a bare minimum. My recommendation is always going to be spend more on advertising because you got to get those people through the door and gain that interest in your business. So some quick reminders before we wrap up here. We are going to really look at Idolize from being a place of here is an opportunity to get into business for yourself, but not by yourself. Be able to keep your job and make sure the roof stays over your head and the lights stay on and food is in your belly. So we are a quick, easy, and affordable business that offers quick, easy, and affordable services to our clientele. We have no appointments that are required, so you're going to really gain that walk-in service. Our clients are loyal and they keep coming back as hair grows out, and hair tends to grow out every 2 to 3 weeks. And so you're going to need to be able to take care of those situations as they arise. When we say recession resistant, we started in 2009. I'll let that sit for a second. We are in the heart of an economic downturn. What we have found is there's a thing called the lipstick effect. Lipstick continues to grow in price when the economy is low because it is the one thing that someone can do for themselves to make them feel good about themselves in that moment that isn't costing them $200-300 to feel that way. It's kind of like the staycations. We all kind of did staycations when the economy was down, and this way it was able to give us a break from our everyday lives and really feel good and fill our buckets in that regard. Same with beauty. We have a wider range of services. So even in a down economy, people still find a way to afford those $15 or $20 services every few weeks, just to remind themselves that they are still human. Low investment, which means we have lots of financing options available to you. We are a strong semi-absentee opportunity. And then again, our low overhead means a high return on investment, and that our operations background team support will tell you that is the base of this business that really helps us take it to the next level. I'm Danielle Wright-Kimball. I appreciate you giving me the time today. Little background about me. I've been in franchising about 11 years. I've awarded over 100 different franchise opportunities as in businesses to franchise owners across my tenure. And I look forward to hopefully working with you guys and making sure Idolize is the right fit for you and your family as you grow your business.
Great, Danielle. Thank you so much. Well, I think you understand why FranNet is so excited about Idolize. It's a great service. It's got a variety of products and services that they're offering to their customers. At this point, what I'd like to do is just give you the next steps. If you have any questions or you want any more information about Idolize, the best suggestion is to contact your local FranNet consultant. He or she can help you get your questions answered, help you through the process. And our process, you may or may not know, starts with a personal franchise assessment. It's a survey about your background. So it gives us a good idea of maybe what's right for you and what's appropriate in the way of businesses as you decide you want to explore. You can use the link on the screen. I will get your survey directly to the person that is appropriate for you to work with, or you can go back directly to them. FranNet's really here to help you. We're consultants. We're not salespeople. Basically, we're like matchmakers. We figure out what it is that you're really looking for, and then we find the business that's appropriate for you. You can see why Idolize is such a great business and why It has so many features, so many competitive advantages, and it really is appropriate for a large market segment. So with that, thank you, Danielle, so much for a great presentation. Look forward to working with you. And thank you so much, everybody, for attending. We really appreciate you coming on board. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day, guys.